Real quick before we dive in, if you're a regular here, consider pulling up a seat to the Patreon. The seat, the table, the kitchen. 3 tiers starting at just $5 a month. Built for the people who don't just listen, they feel it. Patreon.com/TMHF podcast show. Link is always in the show notes.
Welcome to another episode of the Taste Music Here Food Podcast Show. I am your host, Ed Porter. This is the place for food, music, and culture, and how they all connect.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna watch it now. I think it's dope.
Welcome to another episode of the Taste Music Here Food Podcast Show. I am your host, Ed Porter, and this is the destination for food, music, and culture, and how they all connect. Today, we have some amazing... So we talked about making this happen. It's been almost a full calendar year. Almost a full... But good things come to those who wait. And so I'm just happy that you guys made it over, and I'm going to attempt to pay you some respects by the intro that I'm going to do right now. Okay. There are restaurants that chase attention, and then there are restaurants that quietly build a world so honest, so intentional, and so deeply rooted in the attention that the attention eventually finds them. This is one of those stories. Today's guests are a husband and wife duo who took the precision of Michelin-level dining, the soul of farm life, the warmth of Midwestern hospitality, and the discipline of world-class kitchens and shaped it into one of the most talked-about restaurants in America. Their restaurant lives in South Minneapolis, but its spirit reaches into the North Woods, into family farms, into French bistronomy, into the emotional choreography of service, and into the question every great restaurant has to answer. How do we make people feel cared for without making the care feel performed? He brings the fire, the technique, the obsession with ingredients, and the mindset that a carrot should taste like a carrot, only cleaner. She brings the rhythm, the room, the welcome, the standards, the emotional intelligence, and the belief that hospitality is not front of the house serving the back of the house. It is one living organism. Together, they built Bûcheron, a winner of the 2025 James Beard Award for Best New Restaurant, a place that proves fine dining does not have to be cold, luxury does not have to be loud, and a neighborhood restaurant can still shake the national food world. On Taste Music Here Food, we talk about food as everything we consume and music as the vibration of life. And this conversation is exactly that. What we consume from our childhood, from our work, from our environment, from pressure, from family, from excellence, and from the people who feed us. Please welcome to the Taste Music Here Food Podcast Show, the owners of Bûcheron, Chef Adam Ritter, and Hospitality Director, Jeanie, Janas Ritter.
That's so nice.
So nice.
Oh my gosh. That's wow. That's very special.
It's important I believe, it's important that people, specifically people that entertain people and try to receive people in a certain way on a daily basis for a living, to understand and feel how their actions are received. And you guys do an amazing job. Like period. And for the sake of just doing a really good job.
Thank you.
And that's it's a big thing. You know, like you cannot fake authenticity.
And we love it. It's like we do it because we love it, and when that's seen and recognized, there's nothing that is more meaningful for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's jump in, because we were talking off camera a little bit about farming, and I know you guys both have farm backgrounds. Mm-hmm. Restaurant food and the allure or the mystification of fine dining and the approachability of how you guys do what you do is really, that's where the magic lies. It's like there's been a shift in what fine dining looks and feels like. However, to me, it's always been about the attention to details and doing all the things consistently, day in and day out. And that's really what it's about. How do you think that your history and your your experience and livelihood from being raised and with connection to the land plays into what you do on a daily basis?
I think that from my side, it just has ingrained a respect for us in what we're doing and the way that we honor all of the work that goes into it. So, it's like we're very intentional, and I know you'll appreciate this with your background and not wasting. Like, we use everything. Adam had a joke earlier about, what he's going to eat today is whatever's for family meal. And, it's
Quiet as kept, family meal.
Family meals.
Family meals where it's at. So these guys, the guys are competing.
Yeah. Family meals where it's at. And we try to make it a good one. We want everybody to have a good meal every day, and but it's also a way for us to utilize all of the product that's in our restaurant. So we really don't waste. That goes back to the respect for the people that are raising that protein, growing the vegetables. The wine, it tells a story, and the amount of work that goes into producing a bottle of wine, it's incredible. So, I think that's kind of the biggest thing on my end is that respect.
Yeah. How about you, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same. It's we work with some local farmers, and they put attention to detail, like we're talking about in the restaurant, into farming their vegetables. And you can tell when you have something that's better than the stuff you find at the store. It's like, and then when you go to the farms and you walk the farms, like you see things that you can use that normally all that stuff in the grocery store is just thrown away.
Absolutely.
So the connection is totally important of knowing where your food comes from.
That is key.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, for a lot of chefs, and this is not a knock on on people. However, their relationship is usually with their purveyor, right?
Yeah.
And not with the actual people who grow the food.
Yeah.
Like there's a story to be told in the reverence for the item, right?
Yeah.
Also, let's call it a spade a spade. Farming is the biggest crapshoot known to mankind. Like it's the only industry you want to gamble.
Become a farmer.
Yeah, let's become a farmer where all of your money goes into the ground and you don't know what you're going to get.
Especially in Minnesota. You
don't know what the yield is going to be.
Yeah.
If whatever, there's all kind of X factors.
Yeah.
It's completely no rails. And there's the people that are doing this for the love and have that tie into that and been doing it for generations, have a unique relationship with that crop. They usually specialize in something, and that's
it's not different from what we do too. Like
Exactly.
they have to take risks for reward,
Yeah.
and then if something doesn't work out, you pivot, just like we do in the restaurants. It's
absolutely
very similar.
Instead of asking you, Adam, why did you fall in love with cooking? Because I think you've told that story many times. Plus, you tell it every day by everything you do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm more interested in, when did food stop being something where you were doing and something you felt more so responsible for? Because in my opinion, your approach to food is first off with respect for the item, and then the history, and then you have your interpretation. So that's a level of intention that most don't go through. So
the question is, when did it start becoming like a business?
No, when did you realize that you had a responsibility to tell the story of the item versus just manipulating food?
I mean, I guess when you become the spokesperson now for the business, I guess, but just like also teaching your cooks about it, like we have the background of growing up on a farm, but we just took a field trip to Feller's Ranch this past weekend, and the cooks are like that connection for them to see where the food comes, and then also like to realize like that the guy who delivers, his name is Scott. Every Wednesday he comes in, like he drives an hour and 45 minutes to bring our beef, and it's like those types of connections, like, and it just, now I realize, like, as a sous chef or a chef, that's your turn to like explain what you learned coming up through your chefs. Now you gotta Now you got to teach your
Yeah.
cooks about those types of those things and where stuff come from, and don't just cut the meat and throw it in the garbage, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never forget. I used to I helped opening this restaurant in New York called Restaurant Metropole, and it was a German chef, French sous chef, and we had 3 large 50-gallon what you would call them garbage cans, but they were not for garbage, in the refrigerators, and nothing went in the trash. Like it was just like plastic only.
Yeah.
Everything else goes in one of these 3 bins, and we're gonna find a way to utilize it. Everything has a use.
It's not easy.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of work.
Takes a lot of work.
Yep.
And a lot of imagination,
Yep.
and then also a lot of know-how. So you have to reverence for certain things. And now it's a little different too, with all the pesticides and stuff. It's weird. It's weird. So it's a lot of intentionality goes into those things.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said for, I guess the buzzword is upcycle, right?
Yeah.
It is something to be said for that, but truly making something that you would not otherwise come up with if you did not.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reverence for, literally, no.
It goes back to the family meal too. It's like they have to be creative in how to use it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they make something at family you're like,
wait a minute. Yeah.
you should do that.
Yes, we should do that. Yeah. Absolutely. Listen, the family meal for me was always, you were always, cooks are trying to outdo cooks, it was, I want to have the best family meal this week.
Yeah,
we're going to be talking about my family meal
Yeah,
when it's all said and done. That was also the sign to, that I've been in places where, the chef didn't eat the family meal. To me, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
It's a
I
bad.
feel the same way about like a bad family meal. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We've been in a place where it's like, I'm going to throw every random thing into an egg bake and it's going to taste like garbage. And it's almost funny. And it's like, no, it's not.
Because
You don't have respect for what you eat. How do you have respect
That's
for what
the thing.
the guests eat?
You're not respecting the fact that you're fueling the people that's about to make service happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not audition for respect for not only the ingredients but your pride. It's a pride thing.
Yep, for
Well,
sure.
and it's like a great way to teach or not teach, but like to know that your chefs are like doing things the proper way.
Right.
Like, is this seasoned nice? Is it cooked nice?
Absolutely.
Is the salad dressed really nice?
Absolutely.
It's
Good
an
way
easy way to keep
learn
the
how
quality.
to not mess up the rice too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Rice is always like a
Rice
good
is
one.
usually Rice is usually
Yeah. That's always the one.
That is the one. That's funny. Yeah, stay away from the rice.
Or learn how to make
Or
it
learn
right,
how to make
man.
it right. Yeah, exactly. And it's usually the afterthought, right? It's either put in late.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh shit! 15
Yeah.
minutes.
That's okay. Yeah. Plastic wrapped in foil and throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Jeannie, you've obviously trained around the world too. You've done, and you're back of the house person as well.
I am.
However,
Yep.
which I always think makes the best. It just does, because there's a respect factor. Matter of fact, when I was in my corporate job, I had put all managers, whether front or back, would have to do a week in either.
They should.
Just to have the respect
course.
for both.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a needed partnership.
100%.
And this is usually, as you know, Hatfield and McCoy's. It's the front versus back as always.
Yep.
It's just that's how it's pinned, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't, and I don't think it is for us.
Yeah.
We definitely we've been very intentional with having it not be that way. And so our back of house team is involved with service. They run the food to the guests. So they get out onto the floor. They get to see people getting excited and enjoying the food and being into it. And at the same time, our service team is expected to run back there and help as well.
Yeah.
So we really have tried to break down that barrier. And, I think that just having that background and that understanding in food and how kitchens work, when I got started, the biggest thing for me was learning every part of the industry that I could. And I think that has helped me immensely to be able to, just figure out how to push forward in the best way we can.
Yeah, absolutely. The dining experience, I know most patrons don't get this, but even some people in the industry, because they're so so segregated to their portion of the business, right?
Mhm.
And so they only know their side from
the
their
blinders
side.
on. Yep.
Exactly. It's
Yep.
complete blinders. And I always said, I remember working in Le Bernardin, right? So when I was stage there, and it's a huge brigade, right? And so,
Yeah.
but you have the people that's on garnish for whatever said dish. That's all they did, and if for the life of me, I couldn't understand how you're shoulder to shoulder with someone right next to them, and you have no idea what that dude is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
And I get being focused on your task.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
totally get that.
Yeah.
But if you're not picking things up from osmosis,
Yep.
just from curiosity
Yep.
alone, I just want to know, and then have a reverence for it and respect for what that person is doing, because guess what? The dish doesn't go out without this guy here.
For sure.
And
Well, and yeah, like that's something that we really try to teach our team is
Yeah.
ask questions. Like if you're in this kitchen and you don't leave here with these recipes, you don't
Yeah.
have the recipes for everything that we're doing here, you are wasting your time.
Absolutely.
It's like learn.
Absolutely.
And even if it's not on your station, learn from what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Same thing with the front of the house. Like if there's a spirit that you don't know, it's your responsibility to learn about it.
Yeah.
It's your job to make sure the things you don't know, you're learning so that you can educate yourself, and then you have that knowledge to be able to share with the guest.
You definitely have to subscribe to being a forever student. Like this, because
Absolutely.
things are forever changing. Some things always, will come back in full circle. However, but there's always things happening and changing, and you have to be fluid with understanding that and be willing to learn.
Even yourself, it's like I used to write down dish ideas, and then you'd go back like 2 years later and be
What is this?
What the hell?
This would never work.
Yeah. But it's cool to see your progression.
Absolutely.
In that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Shit. And sometimes you have that, especially now, which you're like, this is documented now. So that you have to, hopefully they hit. So they all hit.
Maybe you look at it over here. Don't show anybody.
You take a peek first. They just take a peek first. Oh, that's hilarious.
Cool.
All right. So we'll get into a segment. It's called Cold Truths. Every flavor tells a story. Every story holds a truth. This is Cold Truths, presented by Just Fruit Sorbet Atelier, the new standard in sorbet, pure fruit, thoughtfully crafted, fruit at its most honest, chef-driven small batch sorbets, made with real fruit, organic ingredients, and flavors designed to hit like the perfect record at the perfect moment. So they're probably going to I'm going to ask the question. This probably needs to temper a little bit. And first and foremost, the flavor is ruby red kiwi and lemon lime. And there's been a little bit of vanilla bean and lemon lime. All right, so the question is this. You guys received your James Beard Award for Best New Restaurant. And to me, that is the one. Not Best New Chef is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Best New Restaurant speaks to a culmination of the entirety, the experience.
Yeah.
Why do you think public struggles to understand that a great restaurant is not just a chef, it is an ecosystem?
Ooh. Good question. I mean, I think chefs are exciting. And, they're people that I think that the public is fascinated with chefs. I think they're excited by chefs. And they've really become the spokespeople for restaurants, which is amazing. They deserve to be. But at the same time, I don't think that there's enough attention on restaurants as a whole.
Yeah.
And when you find a great restaurant, when you go to a great restaurant, it's a place that hits all the marks. It's not only one thing. It's not only good food.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to go to a restaurant that has good service and bad food. That's
Exactly.
It really takes all elements, and it takes music. It takes lighting. It takes, a dining room that's a beautiful place that you want to be in.
Yeah.
It's the way that you feel throughout the whole entire experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's understated because, for two reasons. One of those is a great reason, though, because most places that have that aura about them, they make it look easy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, even though, and that's the trick, right? And there's a level of intentionality that is, like everything was thought of, like beforehand and down to soup to nuts. And the fact that people don't see it that's the magic. That's the magic of the theater of it all. But then there's places that it's less theater, it's more so this is just welcome into it's like coming to their living room. And so that's like what you guys have is very much so a teleportation device, that threshold into very warm and welcoming.
Yeah.
And then it's the through line through every single thing from the first sign to me of a great restaurant is the moods in faces from the people that are working in there. Like if they're excited to be there, and that to me is the telltale sign. Like, okay, everything's gonna be great.
If they're enjoying each other.
Exactly.
And, laughing and having fun. There's, man, when you're having a good service and it's busy and you're hustling and you've got a smile on your face, there is nothing better.
That's this cruise control. Like when you're just in automatic mode to where you know what you know.
Yep.
And you love what you do.
Yeah.
And the great thing about the restaurant industry and the hospitality industry, to me, is that no 2 days are the same because everything plays a role. The patrons play a role into
Every
the dining
single day.
experience.
Yeah.
And so you want to ruin a restaurant experience, go with some shitty people.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
That's the worst ingredient to add to any good meal
Yeah.
is bad vibes.
But at the same time, like my greatest achievement is in a restaurant is when somebody comes in having had a shitty day
and
we can flip them.
Yeah.
And that's like, for me, that is a win. Like everybody has shit.
Yeah.
You never know what people are coming in with. But if we can turn it from a negative into like somebody leaves happy, come on.
Nah, that's amazing.
So good.
You touched like on the theater of it too, and I think like an important part is like not just going through the motions. So like that's something I always like keep an eye on. It's like we gotta switch the menu or we gotta tweak this just to like throw it off slightly every so often to keep people engaged.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just feel like the same. Yeah.
And so what you're talking about is you're talking about internally.
Yeah.
So most people don't get that. So like again, the first customers you have are the people that are working with.
Yep.
Those are if they're not jazzed and excited about it,
for sure,
they can't be jazzed and excited to deliver that service.
Yep.
And that is the most important thing. That's not common knowledge. I don't know why. To me it's the simplest
for sure
part of it all. If the people that are serving the people are not excited about what they're doing and it's just a gig, it won't last.
You know what's one of my favorite things is when we put a new dish on the menu, or we have a handful of staples that, like, we have a banger chicken that we bring back in the spring. When the team wants to come in and have dinner, which they do all the time,
that's
and
a great
then
sign.
Their partners want to come with them and they want to come and spend their night off in our restaurant. That's like, okay.
Now, see, most places frown upon that.
No.
So as you know, I'm sure you know and to me, that is the sign of, first off, to want to spend your off time in the place where you are all the time anyway, because you want to absorb that too, speaks volumes. Speaks volumes.
And
we give like a 50% discount, but it's for a reason, so they want to come in.
Absolutely.
And they experience it on the other end. It helps out.
Dude,
1,000 times.
I work places where they could have gave me the free meal. I'm not showing up.
No, I think it's like the cooks, none of them come in. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm good. I'll see you on my shift.
I know.
All right, let's dive in.
Cool.
Okay. It's delicious.
Thank you. It's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had ruby red kiwi?
I have not.
What is a ruby red kiwi?
It's an actual varietal of kiwi.
And it's red?
Yeah, naturally. It's a naturally red. It kind of has a blood orange, a raspberry-ish flair to it, but it's not as acidic as a traditional kiwi, a green kiwi, let me say. But yeah, it's good. And the lemon and lime, that plays well with the kiwi.
It's a good balance.
Yeah.
cool. Look at that.
And there's no dairy. So
Great. Really
Nice.
yeah, there you go. And so that little bit of red, obviously, red is a strong color.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Now, of course, some good scientists.
good. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It cross-pollinated.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, they're
Kiwis are
delicious.
delicious.
Yeah, I love kiwis.
Yeah.
Oh, I love kiwis. Golden kiwis are my thing. Because I eat the whole thing, the fuzz and all. All right, that was Cold Truths presented by Just Fruit Sorbet Atelier, where the flavors are cold, but the conversations are honest. For more info, head to www.justfruitsorbet.com. Okay, we spoke about service. You actually hinted on this too, so you segued into the next thing. Restaurants have a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And there's a point when good service, as you said, has a flow to it. The pacing of the room, the restraint in the menu, it's all a very, very strategic flow to it all.
Mm-hmm.
If Bûcheron had a soundtrack, what would it sound like? Not genre-wise,
Mm-hmm.
but emotionally.
Ooh. I think it would sound kind of sexy. I think it would sound like something that you want to move to a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Something that feels good. Something that makes you happy. For me, that's like the biggest. I think the sound is about the way that it makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's feeling good.
Yeah. How about you, Chef?
I think like a Belgian hip hop.
Both make you feel good. Oh, yeah. No, that's actually a great take, because there is in a genre like that, or hearing sound like that, there is a freshness of energy
Mm-hmm.
into the spirit of something that is already known, but
Mm-hmm.
that influx of excitement, if you will, comes across. I was listening. There's a artist called French Kiwi, and he does a lot of instrumental hip hop music,
Mhm.
but his takes into like the energy that he puts into it, the soundscapes that he paints. Is check it out, and
Yeah.
you'll dig it if you
Yeah, I
said
think
that.
like Pete's Instrumentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my yeah.
Yeah,
Pete,
yeah.
that's Pete's my guy.
Yeah,
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
And so let's speak about the music in the restaurant. So music is okay. Every single restaurant we've ever been into, has to be, because shit gets weird when it's quiet.
Stepped into a restaurant with no music.
Oh yes, I'm waiting for the serial killer to pop out.
worst.
Yeah,
I hate it so much.
horrible.
It's horrible.
Because we as humans don't like to hear ourselves think, and then we get quieter when it's too quiet. Like
Yeah.
so now it's
So
super weird.
we ate at a restaurant in New York last time we were there, and for lunch,
No music.
no music,
Really?
and it was a French restaurant.
Oh, I
And
thought they were too cool for school.
you could just hear those chefs like so scared to make a sound back there. Like,
Yeah, that is brutal.
I know.
Yeah, I worked with a
Painful.
couple. Yeah, it's terrible. Jeanie, hospitality can be a little performative.
Yeah.
Right? How do you create warmth without it becoming performance? Because I think there's a level of training that you have to impart into the people, right? But then there is a level of trust that you have to bestow upon them to be themselves within the confines of that. How do you teach that?
I mean, I think it starts with making sure they understand our care and our, commitment to guests, and what it means for us. We hired very intentionally. We hired based on the person, not on the experience. A lot of our team had very little experience coming into it, and for us, it's finding the right person who cares. It's not about what you know. It's about like, what does it mean to you? And do they show up with a smile? Do they, do you feel good when you're around them?
Yeah.
I think it's also about letting them be themselves. Everybody that works in our restaurant has a personality.
Yeah.
We have a kooky, funny, like ridiculous group of people. And, but we laugh every single day.
Yeah.
We laugh at pre-shift. We joke, we have fun, but they all know that that comes with a level of seriousness and taking care of the guests. So I think, the biggest thing is like making sure everybody knows that we're here to show people a good time. This is why we're doing this. And it's the most important thing to us is that people feel comfortable in our restaurant. That has been the goal since day one. That hasn't changed. And I think that when you show that yourself, and, we have our core team is amazing. Our GM, Tyler McLeod, we worked together for years before this. Adam's, our chef de cuisine, Corey, in the kitchen. We've worked together for a long time, and we have this amazing core. And so you go to a lot of restaurants, and I'll look around and I'll look at, like, who's running the show. And the maitre d' doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It is really uncommon that you don't see a manager on the floor anymore. And we have that every single night because we are orchestrating that room.
Yeah.
And so I think from day one, our team was able to learn by watching us and with our guidance.
Yeah. That to me is the one part of the industry that is not transferable. Because you can't teach passion.
No.
Right? So you have to hire for passion.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then, all the other stuff you can learn. I can teach you the menu stuff. I can teach you how to all of the minute ways that we do stuff here, but you have to want to care about the work you do. Whether, like, my grandfather used to say all the time, whether you're sweeping the floor or taking out the trash, you do it to the best of your ability because you are attached to it.
Yep.
You have that mentality, you will go far.
The standard you walk past is the standard that you keep.
Absolutely.
I say that in my own head all the time.
That's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And it takes work, constant work.
Absolutely. And then when you work around people and you work with people that you have a level of reverence and respect for, they hold you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you expect it. And
For sure.
It's a give and take thing. That to me, the team aspect of a well-oiled machine is bar none.
For sure.
Yeah,
sure.
When I always say people work for people, they don't work for jobs, right? So like I stayed at places way longer than I should have because I didn't want to let the people that gave me the opportunity down.
Yeah, totally.
And I always say I have a slew of ready and willing mercenaries, willing to go and take over a town anytime. Like I don't need guys. I always say I don't need guys with guns. I need straight murderers.
For sure.
If I tell them, let's go outside, let's move this building 2 inches to the left.
Yeah.
No matter how impossible it seems, they're gonna get outside. To me is.
Yeah. There's nothing more important.
But that comes with respect. I always would equate that to not asking people to do something you're not willing to do yourself.
For sure.
One, leading from a place of example and show, and nobody's going to care more about your thing than you.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
Totally.
Understanding that.
Yes, understanding that exactly, and knowing that you're not going to get to that level, but this is not even about me. This is about us. So when the owners speak us and not just me, that's and it's real.
Yep.
That's how you get to have what you have.
I think the cool thing at this point too is that our team has been able to now see the benefit of that hard work.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, you work your ass off. You hustle. You get the biggest award you could ever hope for. What does that mean? That means stability, consistency. That means a 401k. That means health insurance. Like that means all of these things.
Absolutely.
So we are fortunate that we've had a team that's been there with us long enough to see how their hard work has paid off, and all of our hard work has paid off. So it's everybody in it together. at producing what you want it to be.
The best part of the gym is posing in the mirror. For seeing results is
I love that.
is infectious. When you start to see, like, okay, all of this work is meaning something, and not just to me, but to others.
Yeah,
that is what's
It's
infectious.
amazing. It's the
Yes,
best.
absolutely. Again, let's talk about. There's the accolades to me is just from the way my brain works. It's confirmation that you guys were doing what you should have been doing from the jump, and people are catching up to it, which is fine. You know, it takes some time. So they're like little knowledge grenades that go off when they go off. But the fact of the matter is now the spotlight is brightest. And here's the thing: I've taken 10,000 shots already. Like it's not even. I've been doing this. We're going to continue to do this, and that's the measure of a place that is seeking something and just doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, and like you said, for the fact that people that work there want to come on their off time to eat and experience that speaks volumes to what it's the culture. This is I was trying to skate around it without saying it. The difference between really, really, really good establishments and not is culture. And culture is not something that you remove from one person.
Yep.
When somebody leaves the building, if chef's not there, the culture still is in place.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the walls. It's in the vibe, in the mindset of everybody in that building, and it's the last thing to die.
And it's like constantly trying to build. Like we're not perfect, but like every day trying to be better every day. Like
absolutely,
that's one
stops.
of the big things for us. Is after getting recognition, you know, people have asked, does that make you feel more pressure? And it's like, well, we've always felt pressure. We've always felt pressure to show up and make sure that our guests find value in the work that we're doing and what we're serving them. But at the same time, you know, now we have to continue to push. We have to continue to become better and better and better, which has always been the goal.
Yeah.
Because people come in with expectations.
Yeah.
And I want every single person who comes in to have that expectation validated and to say, this is as good as I wanted it to be.
Right. Well, the other thing is this. There's no one coming in with a higher expectation than you guys already have.
Yeah.
So that's that. I mean, because how many times do you have a service that you're not 100% pleased with that people are blown away with? It happens, you know, because and that's the thing. Everything I do, I always see what I could have done better.
Yeah,
it's just how I'm wired.
Yep.
Like nothing is ever completely right with me. I also figured out, I have to tell myself this on a daily basis: done is better than perfect done, because it's never going to be perfect to me anyway. So putting forth the intention of what I'm doing, and people that know me and understand that will get it. But however, people's reception of what you're doing is always going to be different than what you see, you know, so.
We had that the other night where we had a wild Saturday night and a newer guy on Hot Apps, and the kitchen just had to work for it. Like, it was one of those nights where it just felt hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're talking about it at the end of the night, and it's like, people were loving it. People were so happy, and it felt so brutal, you know, on Adam's end. And for us, it was like, you know what? Like, yes, it was incredibly hard. The guests didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's
the trick.
That's the goal.
And it makes for great stories. Like, there's nothing better than the war stories. Yeah. And stabbing that last ticket is magical. It's the best feeling on the planet. And then, because we're masochists, we're going to do it all again tomorrow.
For sure.
That to me is the wiring of it all. Let's talk about your team, because what I love about you guys is you lead with that. Like, you've already stated it. The team is what allows you guys to really perform in the manner you do, because you have a united front. And like you said, that core is in every sector of that building, carries the message through and through, from in every aspect. That is the thing. What kind of culture are you trying to model for the next generation of restaurant workers? Because the one thing I think that's different between the A market cities is that hospitality is a career choice and not a pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of there's a lot of, it's not the same everywhere. Let's
For
just say
sure.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, I think that we're showing that to our team right now.
mhm.
And one of the coolest things is that they are able to rely on it and depend on it and to build lives, to buy homes, like that's
It's major. Yeah.
it's major.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And for our core team, it means building opportunity for them as well.
Absolutely.
So, when we started getting busier, everybody's working harder. That also meant to us that needed to be shared. And so, for our management team, who are the ones that are really putting in that high level of hours and that extra effort, they're the ones that are, coming in for an extra day or an extra shift and figuring things out. They get bonused for it too.
Absolutely.
So, I think it's really important that we put our money where our mouth is. And it's something that we've done for our team that I think it makes a difference.
Yes.
Our goal is to build a future for them as well as ourselves.
In the kitchen side, it's like we do things like we'll schedule 1 month out so they can see their days off and have a life.
That's fantabulous.
Yeah.
I've never.
Yeah.
I know them. Oh, yeah.
I know.
I can
Instead
plan a
of like
life.
getting your schedule for next week on a Thursday.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
That's like something that we do. And it sometimes you could see that as like a issue because you schedule it that far out and then your plans, but then you just switch
Absolutely.
with somebody.
Yeah.
So it's up. And then,
and you have the opportunity to see it in the real time. That's
and we do
phenomenal.
like the 4 10 hours.
Okay,
So we have 3 days off. And then we also do oh man, I lost my train of thought there. But the 4-10. So they have 3 days off. And then also that's what I was gonna say. We don't switch their days off.
Oh.
So they have constant
days. Okay.
Yeah, and some people have a partner who works a 9 to 5, so they need off a weekend day, or we try to work with all that stuff just to make it. You know how it is in the kitchen; it's tough.
It is
already. So if you can like make those situations a little bit easier, it's helps out a lot.
Yeah, take care of people that take care of you. I always said I used to be the day off guy. I would I'll give you your day off.
Yeah.
Two reasons why a chef would do that. One, I want to show you that I can do your job.
Yeah.
Right. So
For sure.
I need you to want to be here because if you shouldn't so happen to not want to be here,
I can still
sure.
I can. I don't really need you. I need you. I want you here. There's a difference. I want you here. You bring something to the team. But if you no longer want to be here, do what's best for you.
Yep.
Do what's best for you.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to get into, before I let you guys go, we're going to play my favorite game. My favorite segment is called the lightning round. So I'm going to ask you a series of fast-paced questions.
Oh boy.
First thing that pops to your mind. Spit it out. There's no wrong answer. Okay. All right. Here we go. A dish that tells the truth about a chef.
I would say a soup. I think
That's a
that
good one.
soup is a lot harder than anybody thinks.
Gives you credit, yeah.
And when a soup is really good, you notice. And it's technique.
Yeah.
I agree with you for sure, like because it's like a flavor builder.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, I've worked in like more fine dining restaurants, so lately I'd say a salad. Because
Always
I
an
never used to
afterthought.
make
Yeah.
salads, and now we're a little bit more casual. We have a salad, and it's not easy.
No.
Like a good salad is really, really hard.
Absolutely. Yeah. All the textural components, the perfect vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's a salad, but to like blow somebody's
And
mind.
the thing is, you got a leg up because nobody's expecting to get their socks blown off by a salad.
It's
anyway,
really fun when they leave.
you got the
talking
leg
about
up.
the salad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
crazy. Guilty pleasure junk food.
Oh, lots of matzo frozen pizza at 2:00.
Lots of matzo. Yeah, that's to class it up.
Guilty pleasure junk food. Does like a style of hot dog work?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I was just talking to this to our cooks. Like, I've always done like you take a hot dog bun, you put the American cheese slice in the hot dog bun, and you put the hot dog.
Oh, that's
probably
trashy.
my guilty. But
Okay.
it's
All right.
delicious.
I'm gonna give you something. This is a family staple.
Yeah.
Tortilla,
Yep.
Okay.
slice of American cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe a line of barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Roll it up like a burrito. 45 seconds in the microwave. It's delicious.
sounds
You'll eat 9 of them. Pack of hot dogs gone. For sure. For sure. All right. One thing every diner should understand before judging a restaurant.
Oh man,
Oof.
that they're real people
Facts.
that are trying hard. You know what? I would say I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna say if there's a mistake, if something is wrong, please give them the opportunity to correct it. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, we do make mistakes, and there is nothing that I love more than making it right when we do. But anybody's going to make mistakes. Every level, it doesn't matter who you are, mistakes are going to happen. Give a restaurant the chance to fix it.
Absolutely.
And learn from it. If you don't say anything and you leave angry, you're not giving anybody an opportunity to grow.
Right.
Yeah. And I think I'll just build on top of that. Like when you give the feedback, how they react.
That's the measure.
The measure of the restaurant.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Best lesson from farm life.
Hard work is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You should feel good about working hard.
Yeah.
Something that we want to show our kids and teach our kids is that, like, yeah, restaurants are freaking brutal, but at the same time, we're doing something that we love, and we're putting our effort into doing it the best that we can.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
That
but
is.
then I would probably say there's always a memory to me of we had a raspberry bush. So like just you put a waffle in the waffle iron, run out, pick the raspberries real quick, run in, and like there's nothing better than that. So like when you're in a restaurant trying to reproduce that, or like me and Corey always talk about it as like if you can reproduce like the sausage like straight off the smoker.
Oh, that
to serve.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like trying to reproduce those things.
Yeah.
In the restaurant.
Yeah. I think we all chase these emotional connections to a moment in time to where we had like the best bite of something. There's usually that intrinsic thought of it's why they bake cookies at open houses, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody has a great history with vanilla and chocolate, right? There's not that.
But so like, translate that to a restaurant. You underbake your cookie, and then when you go to reheat it to serve it, it brings it to the finish.
Exactly.
Line. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. What ruins a restaurant faster? Ego, underpricing, burnout, or chasing hype?
Can you repeat those?
What ruins a restaurant faster? Ego, underpricing, burnout, or chasing the hype?
I would say ego. Especially in this business, it's like you could spend your entire life reading, studying. There's still so much more. Like when you think you know it all, you're done. You're toast.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
I think chasing the hype.
Those go hand in hand.
Totally. I worked in a restaurant that was on the San Pellegrino 50 best list.
Yeah.
And I started working there because of that. Like I thought this restaurant is amazing. I'm going to learn so much. And I don't think they deserved it. And it was a really challenging experience for me to have people that literally flew to that country to go to that restaurant because it was on that list and to be let down by it. So, for me, like any recognition, I want to make sure that we have earned it.
Right. That's amazing. That's a great point. All right. Last one. Complete this sentence. The taste, music, and food of life right now is...
Joy.
How about you, Chef?
That one I just terrible with words. Let's see. Fulfilling.
That's
like for all the hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of it all, you got Bûcheron is a restaurant that reminds us that fine dining doesn't have to be stuffy. and the most ingredient in all of it is passion, care, and you guys have a family atmosphere.
Yeah.
That shows its face in every single thing you do, at every facet. And to me, that is the telltale sign of just care and heart. And you can't fake that. You just can't. And so that is why I think you guys are super successful and will continue to be such. And you're going to have, branches off of this tree that are going to far supersede anything that you've ever thought of, because you're doing the good stuff in the right way, and everybody sees it. And
Thank you so much.
For sure.
That
for
means
sure.
a lot.
That's honestly. Tell everyone out there that can hear us and see your pretty faces where they can follow you guys, socials, obviously coming to the restaurant.
Follow us on Instagram. It's Bûcheron at Bûcheron MPLS. Our website, bûcheronrestaurant.com. You can sign up for our newsletter.
Again, make sure you follow in. Try to get a reservation. You try early though. Get in, see them, taste the food, shake a hand, meet a friend. If you enjoyed content like this, follow, share, tag these people. They're amazing humans, and the food is really good. And hot dog, American cheese. Yeah, okay. All right. Again, this has been a Taste Music Here Food podcast show. I'm Ed Porter. Till next time, peace.